What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 5. So if you haven't seen the 5th episode of Season 11 of Married to Medicine, turn this video off and go watch the episode, and then come back and watch this review. Please like the review, subscribe to my channel. It's a simple, free, anonymous way to support my channel. It takes less than 5 seconds, no money out your pocket. The best way to help build and support Black content creation. So just hit like and subscribe to support. I'm not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. I'm going to be looking at my notes that I take as well. Comment below what you would grade this week's episode and what you thought of it. If I forget something or I leave something out or I'm off on something, difference of opinions are welcome. Everything, leave all that in the comments. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. But if you watch my Real Housewives of Potomac review for this week, then you know I said that I felt like Married to Medicine was a little better this week. Not just because of the final scene, but this episode was kind of more interesting than Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm gonna give this week's episode of Married to Medicine. I want to give it a B minus. I'm gonna give it a B minus, but I might change it. It's between a B minus and a C plus. Once I get to finish talking about it, maybe I'll change my review at the end. I'll change my grade at the end of the review. But for now, I'm going to put it in between a B minus and a C plus. Because I'm trying to remember everything that happened, but I can't. So once I get to talking about it, I'll remember. So, excuse me. So Last Chance, Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 5. If you have not seen it, turn this video off and go watch it so you don't get any spoilers. Turn this video off so you don't get any spoilers. That's what I meant to say. So, the episode begins with the ladies pulling up to where they're going to do the photo shoot at. Toya got her director's hat on. She's directing the woman, stand like this, pose like that. They giving their opinions on Toya being director in their confessionals. Jackie says Toya is like an anal itch. Toya then brings in this Beyonce lookalike to help direct. I forgot her name. I think it was Miss Chalet. And yeah, so she's helping Toya direct the girls or whatever. Then Toya pairs Heavenly and Sweet Tea together because they both wearing denim. It's like the pictures look super uncomfortable. Like they do not want to be posing together. I mean, more so Sweet Tea than Heavenly. Heavenly seems like she whatever. She with whatever. Then we get these little scenes with the husbands and kids and what they're doing while the ladies are out of town. So Cecil is he's cooking at the boys at Miles and Michael's apartment. Damon is furniture shopping with Alora and Zachary, and Eugene is with Avery and Ashton creating their own cologne smells. So then we go back to Cecil and the boys, and Miles and Michael are bringing up the fact that their speaker is missing. We saw Cecil and Simone take the speaker when they came to clean the apartment. And I'm just like, as they should. The fuck? They shouldn't even, first of all, they shouldn't even clean the damn apartment. Because y'all is grown at this point. The fact that they had to come and clean your apartment and y'all complained about the speaker being missing. So we go back to Damon and Laura and Zachary, and he's basically explaining to them how, because Zachary's like, I'm just gonna be going out somewhere to work. And Damon's like, well, just make sure that you always enjoy your work. You don't want to just be complacent, basically, is what he's telling them. And Zachary's like, well, one thing I noticed about you, Dad, you're always happy with your job and you make people happy, you make people smile, and they see that on your face or whatever. Basically, he tells Damon, like, I want to be just like you. And that makes Damon emotional. I'm just like, oh. So then we go back to Eugene and Ashton and Avery, and Eugene's asking Avery, because Eugene and Toya are in the confessional, like, our boys love girls, but Avery really loves girls. So Eugene's like, Avery, does your girlfriend like your cologne? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, how old are they again? So then, especially because the little boy, because he said he didn't know how to spell paradise. So the producers asked Toya and Eugene if they expect the boys to wait till college to have sex. And Eugene is like, maybe they might have, I'm expecting them to have sex by the end of high school. And Toya's like, that's in 4 years from now. She's like, it ain't no rush. Eugene's like, this is coming from the woman who wants to talk about busting nuts or something with the kids. Something he said, I can't remember. So the ladies come together before they sit down for dinner, and they're just standing around. Toya points out that Sweet Tea and Heavenly are again dressed alike. So she's like, you guys might have a lot in common, more than you think. The fact that y'all are dressed alike again. The Beyonce lookalike, Michelet, she comes out to perform for them. And then afterwards, Jackie is like, well, how do I get those hips? Asking the Beyonce lookalike, how do I get those hips? So then Phaedra chimes in, girl, you got to stop working out and eat some cornbread. So then she started looking around at the woman. She's like, well, some of y'all's cornbread ain't going to the right places. And I'm like, and Quad's like, she's not talking about me. I mean, she's obviously talking about the ones with no ass, like Simone, Sweet Tea. So, I mean, Quad said Heavenly. I mean, I don't be looking, but Heavenly, you would think she got some ass, but I don't be paying attention. So, so there's the Beyonce impersonator. She said something about like healing and because we all we got or some shit she says. And Toya decides to call out the ladies. She's like, these ladies love to say sorry for themselves, but not actually for the person that they apologizing to. So then Toya says in her confessional that the apology that Jackie gave Quad could only come from Jackie and no one else, because Quad wouldn't accept that type of apology from anybody else but Jackie. And she says it out loud. She's like, Jackie, you didn't mean what you said when you apologized to Quad. You told her to write a blank check and to put whatever she wanted on it, and she felt like it was an apology. So Toya then tells Quad, everybody that apologized to you, they just did it because they didn't want it with you. And Quad's like, how is that when everybody ganged up on me? So then Quad, she gets emotional, like, you guys, you stabbed me up and then you brought me out there, you stabbed me up some more to let me bleed out. And Toya was like, bleed out? And then she started laughing. It was just so funny because it was just like, and then Toya's in her confessional like, Quad always got to go so deep and so extra with it. I was just like, yeah, that was like too extra. And Quad was like, well, that's just my interpretation. It's Quad's country, so it was just funny because Toya just started laughing. She was like, bleed out. So then Toya, she tells Quad, you go a little too deep. She's like, but you also need to understand that you also hurt other people as well. And Quad don't want to hear that because she felt like all last season everybody was coming at her. So they sit down this final scene for dinner, and this is when Quad starts getting she starts talking about how nobody stood up for her in Napa because Toya was like, nobody wanted you to leave. And I was just like, well, y'all told her to leave. So Quad was like, nobody stood up for me in Napa. And Toya's like, well, Quad, you don't stand up for anyone. And Contessa chimes in. She's like, So Quad's like, last time I stood up for somebody, and then Contessa chimes in and is like, yeah, you stood up for Heavenly against me. And Quad was like, that wasn't the case. And then Toya comes in and says that Heavenly is the only person that Quad has ever stood up for. And then Quad's like, I even stood up for you, Toya. And Contessa chimes in. She's like, I was by your side when they all came for you at Heavenly's crab boil, Quad. And then they show the clip of that. Then Sweet Tea chimes in. I do feel like you and Heavenly do be ambushing me online. I was like, no offense, Sweet Tea. I know you got your issues with Quad and Heavenly, but that was not the time. But Quad does acknowledge Sweet Tea. She's like, you know what? I did mimic you online, and I apologize. And Sweet Tea somewhat takes that apology, and then Heavenly's like, yo, that's fake. And then Contessa says to Quad that Heavenly just told her that Quad said that Contessa and Sweet Tea had a fake relationship, had a fake friendship. And Contessa starts pointing at Heavenly, and Heavenly gets up and like, don't point at me, bitch. Don't point at me. She gets defensive. She's like, you need to direct that energy to your husband because that's who you're really mad at. And then it gets quiet because everybody like, oh, shit, how Heavenly. But you know how Heavenly's going to go. And Contessa, of all people, should know how Heavenly's going to go. So Heavenly says that. So then Contessa gets up out her seat. And she's like, you think my husband is abusive? And Heavenly's like, verbally, yes. So then Contessa starts going off, saying all types of shit about Heavenly. She's like, your kids don't like you. Your husband don't like you. That's why y'all sleeping in separate beds. She's like, you only got your daughter as your best friend. Something like that, she says. And then she's like, you need to be worried about that mixed baby out here with the last name Kimes. And everybody like, oh, shit. I was just like, oh, Lord. Now you know Heavenly about to go there now with you. So, in the midst of them going back and forth, Heavenly and Contessa, Heavenly's titty pop out. And she says in her confessional, I just thought it was so funny. I had to write it down. She was like, my titties is like Toya's houses. I just be moving. They just be moving. I was like, oh my God, bruh. So, Heavenly yells, tells, because at one point when Contessa was asking Heavenly if she felt like Scott was abusive, Sweet Tea chimes in and is like, Heavenly, you were abusive. So now Heavenly's like, Contessa and Sweet Tea, y'all belong together because both y'all both of y'all husbands ain't shit. I was just like, well, you knew she was gonna start going there once you said they had a possible baby out, mixed baby or something out there like that. So Contessa and Heavenly, they continue to go back and forth. Contessa says something. Heavenly says, your mama, I feel like Heavenly, this has happened with Heavenly before when she got into it with somebody and she said, your mama. And then she had to come back and apologize and be like, that's just a reflex of retaliation. Somebody say something, they be like, your mama. So then then Contessa's like, my mom who passed back in 2010, my mom, really? So then Contessa, she starts getting amped up. She gets heated. She gets up, starts charging towards Heavenly, talking about square up, ho, square up, ho. And that's the clip we all seen, was waiting to see or whatever. We knew it wasn't going to go nowhere. He's married to Medicine. We knew they weren't going to let them scrap. Heavenly's like, security. I don't know if she was being serious or if she was just being funny. At some point, Jackie gets knocked down. I don't know who she gets knocked down by. And she's like, all I saw was Sweet Tea helping me up. And Sweet Tea's in the confession like, well, I felt like I was doing the good Lord's work helping the elderly. I was just like, oh my God. There was so much going on. It was just so much going on. I don't know if Contessa and Heavenly can come back from that. It was a lot said. Like Toya said, like they both said a lot. Toya tried to go to Contessa and was like, y'all both was doing low blows. And Contessa's like, no, that bitch said something about my mama. I mean, I get that part about the mama, but all the stuff you said in the beginning, her kids don't like her and her husband sleeping in separate beds. And I was like, well, if Contessa and Heavenly was this close, how much of this shit is true that Contessa's giving us right now? Because, Heavenly don't give as much, just like Phaedra don't. But she's so entertaining that we look past that. But I was just like, oh, they done said a lot. This bitch done said square up. Like, she ready to really throw blows. The episode was crazy, though. I would probably still give it like a B-. It wasn't bad. It was entertaining. Shout out to the Beyonce impersonator or whatever. Yeah. What do we see in the next episode? I don't even remember what we see in the next episode, but yeah. Those are my little thoughts or what have yous for this week's episode, and my grade was B-. Let me know in the comments what you would grade this week's episode, your thoughts and what have yous, difference of opinions. If I left something out, all that stuff, leave it in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help support Black content creation, up and coming, like myself. I don't have that many subscribers, so I'm trying to build. So the best way you can help build and support my channel is by liking and subscribing. It don't take no time. If you stay here for 15 minutes and watch this review, you can take 5 seconds out your time to like and subscribe. It's anonymous. I won't know it's you. I think I done said this 1,000 times. It's free, so no money out your pocket. Less than 5 seconds. All that good stuff to help support. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.